Welcome to the Calgary Center for Spiritual Living. I'm Gail Verdi, one of the licensed practitioners here at the center. Thank you for joining me in person and on the love stream for this meditation. Let's prepare ourselves. Get comfortable in your seat. Keep your spine straight to allow the energy to flow up and down freely. Place your feet firmly on the floor. Close your eyes. Listen to your breath going in and out. Should you be distracted at any time, focus on your breath. Feel the air moving through you, filling your lungs, and then leaving through your nostrils. Please do that a couple of times or until you're feeling relaxed. Allow the roots from the bottom of your feet to anchor you to Mother Earth. There is a bright white light above your head. This white light flows over your head, eyes, cheeks, and jaw. It goes over your shoulders, covers your back, moves down to your arms, to your fingertips. It continues to run down the front of your body to your heart center. It fills your buttocks, thighs, calves, feet, and toes. You notice the white light creates a sphere around you, and it spreads out. You are now one with the universe, and remain there until you hear my voice again. It's now time to come back to the sanctuary. Wiggle your fingers and toes. Move your hands and feet. Open your eyes when you're ready and look around the room. Come back fully to the sanctuary. In closing, I'd like to share a Sanskrit prayer with you. Loka samasta sukhino bhavantu. Shanti, shanti, shanti. May all beings be happy and free, and may the thoughts, words, and actions of my own life contribute in some way to that happiness and freedom for all. Peace, peace, peace.
One, two. Oh, 10 seconds. Wait. Didn't even look at that. I was looking at you.
Oh, I was just in my head doing the rhythm.
One, two, three, four.
Bay Paradise put up a parking lot with a pink hotel, a boutique, and a swinging hot spot. Don't it always seem to go that you don't know what you got till it's gone? Bay Paradise put up a parking lot. Take all the trees, put them in a tree museum. Charge all the people $1.50 to see them. Don't it always seem to go that you don't know what you got till it's gone? Bay Paradise put up a parking lot. Hey, farmer, farmer, put away the DDT now. Give me spots on my apples, but leave me the birds and the bees. Please, don't it always seem to go that you don't know what you got till it's gone? Bay Paradise put up a parking lot. Late last night I heard the screen door slam. Then a big yellow taxi took away my old man. Don't it always seem to go that you don't know what you got till it's gone? Bay Paradise put up a parking lot. Don't it always seem to go that you don't know what you got till it's gone? They Bay Paradise put up a parking lot. Bay Paradise put up a parking lot. Bay Paradise put up a parking lot.
Elevation! Hi, everybody. How are ya? It's so wonderful to see everybody here in person, and to our love stream people, thank you for being with us. You know, one of the things that I love, I'm talking to the love stream people here for a minute. One of the things that I love is on Sunday afternoons when I go home and I look at the comments that people have made on the love stream. It really fills me. And so if you feel inclined during the service, let us know where you're tuning in from. Comments trumpets are always welcome. It's quite wonderful because I get to hear these people, and I like to hear from you as well. So, in case you are new to the center, I'll introduce myself. I'm Pat Campbell, and I am the spiritual director of the Center for Spiritual Living. And if you haven't been to a Center for Spiritual Living, a few things you need to know. We are a faith tradition. We don't call ourselves a religion. We are a faith tradition that honors all faith traditions. Because we understand that with 8 billion people on the planet, that means 8 billion ways of thinking, that 8 billion ways of expressing. So there can't be just one way for things to make sense. That doesn't make sense in a limitless universe. Do you agree? So we honor wherever you are, whatever path you're on, however you got here to us. We're very pleased that you decided to spend your kind of snowy Sunday morning with us. So what I would like to ask is, if there's anybody who is here for the first time, we don't want to embarrass you. We just want to say hi and let you know you're welcome. So if you're willing to just raise your hand and let us know if you're new. Oh, welcome. Thank you so much. Oh, wonderful. After service, we've got our Discover table that's set up out in the lobby. You can go and visit the Discover table and get some more information about the center. Maybe sign up for our newsletter. But thank you for being here and thank you for coming. So we're going to start out this morning by singing one of our favorite, what we call them Kong songs, I Send My Love. And I'm going to make a special request. I do this every once in a while. So my home country, my home state of California is about to be inundated by what they call an atmospheric river. And it's kind of scary right now. And so if you are willing, as you are sending your love out into the world, if you'd be willing to have a good thought for California, I would sure appreciate it. So let's stand up and sing, shall we?
1, 2, 3.
I send my love over the mountain. I send my love over the sea. I send my love into the heavens, and it returns to me. I send my love over the mountains. I send my love over the sea. I send my love into the heavens, and it returns to me. I send my peace. I send my peace over the mountains. I send my peace over the sea. I send my peace into the heavens, and it returns to me. I send my joy. I send my joy over the mountains. I send my joy over the sea. I send my joy into the heavens, and it returns to me. I send my love. I send my love over the mountains. I send my love over the sea. I send my love into the heavens, and it returns to me.
Thank you. That was simply wonderful. So we got a lot of things that are happening in the center. We're not just a Sunday kind of a thing. We got stuff going on all during the week. And one of those is a new class that is starting. And I saw Reverend Leslie come in. Here you are, darling. Why don't you come and talk to him about the class? Please welcome Reverend Leslie, who's going to tell you about a class starting next week. This week. Wednesday. Wow.
Yes, good morning, everyone. I'm inviting you to join me on Wednesdays from 6:30 till 9, and we're going to do the power of your word. So this is a very deep dive into what our teaching really teaches. So it's about prayer treatments, it's about meditation, but mostly we're going to hang out and talk about where is God? Like, where's God in that situation? And so it's a very rich, interactive, experiential course that really sets you up for a great spiritual practice, a daily spiritual practice. So if you love this teaching, you're going to love this course. I know I'm enjoying the materials already, and it's just a really good opportunity to get to know some more people, to build that community, and really to explore these ideas. Like, these are ideas that we can really embed in our consciousness and really grow ourselves in knowing the truth of who we are, that we're spiritual, we're magnificent, and we're full of joy and happiness.
Woo-hoo.
And that's what we want to know. So join me on Wednesday. Thank you.
Thank you, Reverend Leslie, and I'll take care of the details because I just wanted you to hear it from her. First of all, I'm jealous that she's teaching the class because I love it too. It's really quite wonderful. It starts this Wednesday night at 6:30. It is in person only. I'm sorry for our Love Stream people. It is in person only, and you need to have taken a foundational course at some time or another, whether it's our foundations class or whether it is Science Mind 101, 102 back in the day, but you need to have a bit of a working knowledge of the teaching for it to be super effective for that. And you can send your payment to office@calgarycsl.org and just put Power of Your Word or class or something like that so we know where to direct it. So that's starting this Wednesday, super exciting. And then Sabrina, our lovely Sabrina, I know she's here. Sabrina, do you want to come and talk about your class? Sabrina, the lovely Sabrina, is going to be our guest speaker on February 18th. I know, super exciting. And also doing a workshop that she's going to tell you about right now.
So good morning, everyone. So I know some of you had asked about this workshop, so I'm really happy to bring it back. And so this is based off the spiritual practice of mirror work, and it is something that I have learned from Louise Hay. And so one of the most common questions that I get about mirror work is if it's about just looking at yourself in the mirror and saying nice things to yourself. And although that is a component of it, it's not mirror work in its entirety. And in the workshop here, we're going to learn a little bit more about how to use the mirror in different areas in our lives, such as how to use it for forgiveness or healing that inner child. So this is a very interactive workshop, lots of discussion, and all the details are here. So it's going to be in person on February 18th at 12:30 to 2:30. So if you have any questions for me, please feel free to come see me after service.
Thank you, Sabrina. Wonderful. I'm looking forward to it. I told you, lots of cool stuff going on, including a survey. Now, I want to tell you, we're going to do like a really full-out survey in a while, but there's just some things I want to know as your senior minister, as your spiritual director. I want to know some stuff from those of you who are attending the Sunday service, both online and in person. So this should be in your email when you get home today. It'll take you less than 5 minutes to fill it out. But if you would, I would surely appreciate it. We may have some hard copies. I'm not sure that he made copies, but if so, but check your email and just fill it out. It's really, really quick, and it's very, very informal, just some information that I want. The Baba Project. Oh my gosh, come Rosalie. Come one, come all. Do you want to talk about it? 6 bags full. Woohoo! And today, okay, so in case you don't know, we had a project where we were asking people to bring in wool, 6 bags full, the Baba Project. And we got 6 bags. And so there's going to be donuts out there. Now, don't go rushing out yet, because they're not out yet. but they will be. And thank you, everybody. Thank you so much for contributing to this. The project, the Loops of Joy, making toques for people less fortunate. It's just a wonderful project, and they're so well received and so much appreciated. So thank you all for that. And then our online community groups that we have been going for a while. There's the Saging Circle that's Saturday mornings at 10, facilitated by Sandra and Neil Butler. That's for our wisdom keepers, our elders. That's for our people who, that's it, wisdom keepers. That's the best way I can describe it. That's Saturdays at 10. Consciousness Seekers is the deep dive with Ron Hahn on Monday nights, and Coffee with Dr. Pat with me at noon on Wednesdays, where we just have real good discussions and talk about things that matter, or sometimes things that don't matter, but we like us. So you know what? You're welcome to come and join us. All of the information I've covered is in the newsletter, and it is also on the website in case you didn't get some information. So that is the business part of the center. And now we're going to go into the more sacred part. So I'm going to invite Gail Verdi, our practitioner of the service today, and any other minister and practitioner who might be in the room who would like to come up and join us. Lend us your consciousness. We used to say rent a consciousness when we would tell people to see a practitioner. It's just like, sometimes we're in the middle of something, we can't figure it out. And so to see a practitioner, it can be very, very healing. And so Amy and Seth are going to lead us in a chant, and then Gail will give us our treatment.
The sea, the sky, you and I, each the face of God. The sea, the sky, you and I, each the face of God.
Right here, right now, I know there's one universe, one source, one infinite life. Has no beginning, no end, no boundaries, no borders. It is perfect, whole, and complete. And I am in this universe. It is in me. We combine together as one. And what I know for myself, I know for everyone here today. I am perfect, whole, and complete. My mind is clear and focused. My body is strong, healthy, and vibrant. Prosperity and abundance surround me, fill me. I'm connected to the divine source. And as I release these words to be manifested, I feel the joy and happiness in my heart. And I wait for the manifestation of these words with joyful expectation. And together we affirm, and so it is.
The sea, the sky, you and I, each the face of God.
Please join me in saying our vision statement. The Calgary Center for Spiritual Living is a beacon of spiritual illumination that inspires individuals to reveal their wholeness, co-creating a world that works for everyone. Our mission statement: the Calgary Center for Spiritual Living makes accessible a way of living and thinking that reveals one's spiritual magnificence and personal power. We co-create an inclusive community that fosters an expansion of consciousness.
Thank you, Gail. Thank you, Amy and Steph. And thank you, my beloveds. As always, thank you all for coming out in the snow. You know, I know Canadians are not like, they don't find it nervous at all, making it nervous at all. Makes me a little nervous. So I'm always impressed when you guys come out and are cool with it. So thank you for that. So we're going to have just the most beautiful next song that Amy and Steph are going to do. It is quite lovely, and it ties in with the name of my talk, which is Making Up Words. So please welcome Amy Bishop and Steph Chapman.
Look up there, high above us, in a sky of blackest silk. See how round, like a cookie. See how white as milk. Call it the moon, my child. Say moon, sounds like your spoon, my child. Can you say it? New word today. Say moon. Near the moon, brightly turning, see the shining sparks of light, each one new, each one burning through the darkness of the night. We call them stars, my child. Say stars. That one is Mars, my child. Can you say it? New word today. Say stars as they blink all around you, playing starry-eyed games Who would think it astounds you? Simply naming their names. Turn your eyes from the skies now. Turn around and look at me. There's a light in your eyes now, and a word for what you see. We call it love, my child. Say love. So hard to say, my child. It gets harder. New words today. We'll learn to say moon, say stars, say love. Beautiful. Amy Bishop and Steph Chapman. Holy moly, and now I gotta talk. I just was picturing all of you who are parents recalling teaching your children words like moon and star and love. Cats don't talk. Well, I don't understand their language, let's put it that way. Will you breathe with me, please? Take in a deep breath. And again. And one more time at your own pace. So grateful for breath. So grateful for breathing it together. But mostly, I want you all to know that the things I do for you, I just want you to think of that. So in researching this talk, Making Up Words, which on Monday when I decided on it, seemed like a really cool idea, I had to Google, and that's a made-up word, right? Google. I had to Google the word portmanteau. Did I say it right? Portmanteau? Okay. You may be wondering, why, Dr. Pat, did you Google the word portmanteau? I'm going to tell you that in just a minute. And it's going to make sense in a minute, okay? So, of course,
I found a couple of memes on social media that I thought were going to make for a really, really good talk. They were fun, they were interesting, and they were taking parts of different words and putting them together into another word that had a new meaning. And I thought, this is a pretty cool idea. And it happens to be the very definition for the word portmanteau, because port in French means to carry, and manteau means like a cloak. So a portmanteau is a suitcase. How does that tie in? I'm about to tell you. Because portmanteau is also a literary term for taking two parts of a word and combining them to mean something else. So I've heard portmanteau described as words with two parents. And you're going to recognize some of these. So smoke and fog becomes smog. Motor and hotel becomes motel. Breakfast and lunch becomes brunch. Glamour and camping, glamping. Guess and estimate, guesstimate. Jeans and leggings. Guys may not know this. They're called jeggings now. Television and marathon becomes a telethon. Plus, there are tons of other words that have become so much part of our language that we don't even remember that they were made up words at one point. And interestingly, the art of making up words out of words has been around for a really long time, including the master wordsmith of all wordsmiths, Shakespeare, who came up with bloodstained, cold-blooded, fashionable, fashionable, hobnob, newfangled, worthless. And my personal favorite in his play, Antony and Cleopatra, Cleopatra's mad at somebody. She says, "I'll unhair your head." That's great, isn't it? So I have to confess something to you. I had more fun than I should have researching this. That's the honest to goodness truth. Portmanteaus are also used with Dr. Seuss. Think about the words he made up, and Charles Dickens, Ernest Hemingway, John Milton. So I confess to being a word nerd, absolutely. So I have to tell you, this was my idea of a swinging good time. This is kind of what I do for fun, all right? So anyway, I know, get a life. But you might be wondering if maybe you walked into an English lecture instead of a Center for Spiritual Living. And trust me, you know me, I am going to turn it into a spiritual lesson. I absolutely promise. And I'm going to share the clever memes that I talked about earlier. But first of all, I want to talk about, you're welcome, Reverend Leslie, the power of words. Yes, we have a class. Oh, I unhair your head. I didn't even do that. Okay, I'll unhair your head. Okay, we're going to talk about the power of words, whether they get on the screen or not. And it's not just a coincidence because we have a class called The Power of Your Word. Because one of the cornerstones of our teaching is learning how to use our words and the thoughts behind those words to bring about a changed experience. That is the basis of our teaching. We say, change your thinking, change your life. And it's more than just a pithy, easy to remember jingle that reminds you to be positive. It is the basis of our teaching. Change your thinking, change your life. Because when we up-level our thinking and subsequently our words to a more expansive view of the universe and of the world and of our place in it, it automatically up-levels our experience of the world. Am I right? The more positive, the way you're looking at things more like this, it enhances and up-levels our experience of life. And yet, as we've talked about a number of times, particularly in the past few weeks, I'm not talking about, and I'm sorry about this, I'm not talking about an occasional happy thought in the midst of a sea of negativity. I'm talking about a disciplined, consistent awareness of the way that we think and the way that we use our words. It has to be consistent. It cannot be haphazard and expect different results. They say in the 12-step program, if you do what you've always done, you'll get what you've always got. It has to be a consistent, disciplined awareness. And when we do that, shift happens. Was that a portmanteau? Not really, but it was funny. Here's how our founder, Ernest Holmes, put it. He said, a person may and should expect that all the power and all the presence there is will creatively flow through his individual word because he has complied with the fundamental law of harmony governing all of life. So it sounds simple. Change your thinking, change your life. Sounds simple, right? Well, the truth is, it is simple. Change your thinking, change your life. It is simple, but it isn't easy. And the reason it's not easy is because we have had years of thinking in a certain way and believing in a certain way. And so we've got these very strong programs, very strong tapes running in the hard drive of our mental computers back here. And unless we are very, very careful and diligent, they can take over and run the show. Even someone like me, folks, I've been in this teaching for 88 to now, 36 years. I've been in this teaching for 36 years. I've been teaching this for 25 years, and I still find myself sometimes thinking and taking actions that do not serve me. Sometimes I'm like, what the hell are you thinking? Or what the hell are you doing? But there's good news. And the good news is that when we are committed to practicing, and that's the key here, folks, it is practice, spiritual practice. It's not spiritual, I did it. It's not spiritual, I wish. It is spiritual practice. When we are committed to doing that, we find ourselves remembering the truth more often and sinking back into the old way of being less often. Raise your hand if that's been your experience. Yeah. So that brings me to my first portmanteau. You thought I forgot, didn't you, that I wanted to share with you. But first I have to tell you a little story. So if you know me, you know that I'm in love, not only with George Clooney, but I'm in love with a TV show called Ted Lasso. Did any of you know that? It's the story of an American college football coach who goes to the UK to coach a professional soccer team. And he knows nothing about soccer at all. So it's your typical kind of fish out of water type of a thing, but it's so much more than that. It is, and I know I've talked about it before, it is laugh out loud funny. It is poignant. It is thought-provoking. And it is incredibly life-affirming. So I probably shouldn't confess this, but I'm going to. I have probably watched it 5 or 6 times all the way through, all 3 seasons. That's true. And here, I say I'm doing it because I want to do a class on Ted Lasso-isms, and so I'm doing it as research. But the fact of the matter is I do it because it's fun and I love it. So anyway, part of the storyline is that Ted's wife is divorcing him, and he's very sad about it. and it leads him to having debilitating panic attacks, which he kind of sort of learns how to handle, but kind of not, right? But that's all part of the storyline. But he's got this sunny disposition. He's super, super positive. He's very kind to people. And so despite all of his challenges, people just like being around him. I mean, he's just that kind of a guy. So after his wife divorces him, he starts I got to find just the right way to say this in my spiritual center and still not get myself in trouble. He begins a no strings attached physical relationship with a beautiful woman who also happens to be his boss's best friend. And after one of their evenings together, he asks her if she would like to actually go out on a date, because that's the kind of person that he is. And she says, "Oh, God, no. Ted, you're a mess." Well, his feelings are hurt, of course, because, he's trying to be all sincere and everything. But he actually understands a little bit what she's talking about. He clearly has a lot that he still needs to work through. So he's talking to his boss, the best friend of this gal. They're great friends also. And she asks him, "So how are you feeling about this?" And he says, I'm fine. And she gives him the look. You know the look, the don't lie to me look, tell me the truth look. And he says, "Well, I'm a work in progress." And there you have a very meaningful and profound portmanteau or made up word. I mean, how many of us does that describe? I am a work in progress. As I say to some people, I may not be where I want to be, but I am not where I used to be. And that, thank God, is the human experience. So I want to say this, ladies and gentlemen, we are absolutely spiritual beings. Spiritual beings. I see all of your lights. And we are having a human experience. And so the growth that we have, the insights that we attain, the progress that we make in this lifetime is part of our belovedly messy human life. And I, for one, am okay with it most of the time. So let me tell you what Ernest Holmes said about this. He said, "If there is in life, and there must be, something which causes evolution out of life itself, why should it not follow that there is something within us that causes us to evolve, to progress? And our very problems, then, are merely situations which confront us with the opportunity for greater self-expression." Everybody. So that brings me to our second portmanteau, which was actually the inspiration for this talk. But before I share it, I need to do a little bit more preaching and teaching. So another basic tenet of our teaching, and I just said it, is that we are spiritually whole, perfect, and complete. I'm going to say it again. We are spiritually whole, perfect, and complete. And I know that many of you are nodding your head, and yeah, you agree with me, but what's really going on is you're thinking, she's not talking about me. I'm a mess. I'm a work in progress. If she only knew. And I get that. I think that myself. And sometimes when I look at some less than human thing or activity, or less than perfect activity that I'm doing, and I'm looking at it with my human eyes, because from this perspective, I am neither whole, perfect, nor complete. I'm being perfectly human. I am a work in progress. However, from a spiritual perspective, it is absolutely true. Everyone here, everyone, even that person that you're thinking, not them, even that person is part of the all and everything. And the all and everything is whole, perfect, and complete. So we cannot be separate from it because we are it. It is us. I am God at a local address. You are God at a local address. So we cannot be separate from it. We are it exactly as we are, and exactly as we are not, and exactly as we are becoming. As such, we are one of the ways that the divine experiences and expresses itself on this earthly plane. Do you understand that? You are how God is knowing itself as you, right here on this plane. And part of what it is experiencing is not only our messiness, but our awakening, our evolution. You know the Bible phrase that says God is well pleased? Even our messiness, combined with our evolution, and combined with our growth, and combined with our awakening, God is well pleased. So we can choose to focus on the mess and the things that aren't working. Or we can choose to focus on the things that are improving and that are evolving and that are growing. And celebrate those. Again, Dr. Holmes, the kingdom of God is not something we create, not something we purchase, but something we must realize. It is something we become inwardly aware of. There is a perfection at the center of each person's being. Sit with that for a second. Go like this. There is perfection at the center of each person's being. So with that understanding that we are spiritually perfect and we are works in progress, I'm going to bring you our second portmanteau or made-up word. Yes? An individual who embraces their flaws and knows they're awesome regardless. I really want us to get this one. Because yes, I am flawed. And I am also awesome. Yes, I still have work to do. And who I am is absolutely amazing and powerful and inspired. Yes, sometimes I forget what I know. And then I wake up and I remember, I am flawsome. You say that. I am flawsome. So there you have it. Now you know why I spent the week Googling portmanteau. Couple of made-up words, flawsome and thank you, progress. I am a work in progress and I am flawsome. Actually, we're going to say that one too. I just added that in. Say this together. I am a work in progress and I am flawsome. Okay, you know what? God, that sounded like you were in church. Indulge me and stand up. Indulge me, stretch first, stretch. You've been sitting for a while. Okay, indulge me and stand up. And now we're going to say it again like we mean it, okay? Oh, hey now. I am a work in progress and I am flossom. Yes. Woohoo. And giving God a good time. Yes, sir. So this don't use strobe lights on me. No, that was funny. So, we have a class coming up. Starts on Wednesday about the power of the word. And even if you can't take the class, although I encourage you to, I also encourage you to be aware. Be aware of the importance of your words and the thoughts that going under your words, the thoughts that impel those words forward. And remember to use your words consciously, kindly, positively, and wisely. But only do it if you want your life to get better. I love you, and so it is. Oh, thank you, darling. Appreciate that. So, as I say, just about every week, we are so blessed because we had the original elevation. And then if they're doing, because every one of them is a working musician that is making their living doing music, sometimes they're out doing something else. And we have other excellent, marvelous working musicians that will come in. Do you realize they get here at 8:30 in the morning to rehearse? Seriously, I think they like us. Ish. Please welcome Elevation. Oh, there they are.
Imagine what you want, then get out of the way. Remember, energy follows thought, so be careful what you say. Be careful what you ask for, make sure it's what you really want, 'cause your mind was made for thinking, and energy follows thought. Your mind is in control, even when you don't know. And if you let it idle, there's no telling where it might go. Whenever you are sleeping and the dreams take you away, go on with your dreaming and listen to what they say. And if you hear spirits talking, well, their wisdom can be bought. So apply it to your thinking, 'cause energy follows thought. Well, your mind is in control, even when you don't know. And if you let it idle, there's no telling where it might go. Imagine what you want, then get out of the way. You know energy follows thought, so be careful what you say.
Elevation, Amy Bishop, Steph Chapman, Robin Harris, and Daniel Nava. Yeah, we are blessed. Thanks, guys. And do you know who wrote that song? Willie Nelson. Right? How cool is that? I know. Energy follows thought. You could probably Google it. There's that made up word again. So this gives me a chance to talk about how you can support the center for our Love Stream people. You know the drill. Send an e-transfer, send a check. I haven't written a check in a few years, but people still do. I think it's sweet. You can call Lance and talk to him if you want to get on our Conscious Commitment program. And I'm going to now ask our ushers to come forward. And if everyone will take their tithe, their gift, their offering, their donation, your love, hold it to your heart. And let's say our conscious giving affirmation together. I live in a universe of abundance. As I freely and joyfully give, I join in the divine flow, and all that I give returns to me multiplied abundantly. I am so blessed, and so it is. And so it is, and we sing the song, I Thank Love.
1, 2, 3.
I thank love for everything. 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 Hey! I thank love for everything. I thank love for everything. I thank love for everything. I thank love for everything.
Yeah, you didn't do any belters today, so you had to belt. Mellow Man, I loved it. It's perfect. Let's bring in the kids, shall we? Are they ready to come in? Thank you, Marquita.
1, 2, 1, 2, 3.
Oh, hey! Very cool. Hi. Wow, they keep multiplying. I love it.
Let's move down here as well. Perfect. And we'll move down there. We'll move down there. And I can hold it.
Nice stuff, guys.
Hello,
Super cool.
hello, and happy Sunday. Hello, Love Stream. Hello, everybody in person. Thank you for showing up and joining us here on this chilly Sunday morning. It is mighty warm in this building, full of love and creativity, as you can see. Today in Fun Day, we took some time to play with rice. I would like to acknowledge that this is expired rice. We do not use food that is good to eat to play with. We try to make sure that we are being respectful of the environment and everything that we have available to us. So today we reused and repurposed some rice by dyeing it and making the Science of Mind symbol. So we talked a little bit about what that symbol means, and then the kids had a bit of time to make their own art. So I think I have one speaker today.
Hi.
Woohoo! Speak your word.
Thank
Thank you, everybody, for being here. Thank you for bringing these incredible children. And as I like to remind you every single Sunday, this is the next generation of Science of Mind. So thank you, thank you, thank you. We appreciate you. And please bring on all the kids to Fun Day. We have so much fun here. I think that's all I have to say.
Awesome. Thank you, Miss Rachel. Fantastic. Okay, everybody, we are going to do our closing blessing. So if you'd like to stand up, and we're going to rub our hands together, and we're going to get that energy going, and we're going to send it out to wherever it's needed. Folks, if you need it, by all means, send your energy to yourself. If you want to do it half to yourself and half out into the world, you can do like this, although that looks pretty, praise God. But however you want to do it, on a count of 3. 1, 2, 3. Have a wonderful week. Energy follows thought.
25 years of my life is still trying to get up that great big hill of hope. For a destination. Realized quickly when I knew I should that this world was made up of brotherhood of man. Whatever that means. And so I try sometimes when I'm lying in bed just to get it all out what's in my head, and I'm feeling a little peculiar. So I wake in the morning and I step outside and I take a deep breath, get real high, and I scream from the top of my lungs, what's going on? All right, sing it. I say, hey, yeah, 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 hey, yeah, yeah. I say, hey, what's going on? Well, I say, hey, yeah, 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 hey, yeah, yeah. I say, hey, what's going on? Ooh, 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 yeah. Ooh, 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 yeah. Well, I try. Oh my God, will I try all the time for an institution. Will I pray? Oh my God, do I pray? Pray every day for revolution. Cry sometimes when I'm lying in bed just to get it all out what's in my head, and I'm feeling a little peculiar. So I wake in the morning and I step outside, I take a deep breath and I get real high and I scream from the top of my lungs, what's going on? Well, I say, hey, yeah, 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 hey, yeah, yeah. I say, hey, what's going on? Hey, yeah, 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 hey, yeah, yeah. I say, hey, what's going on? Well, I say, hey, yeah, 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 hey, yeah, yeah. I say, hey, what's going on? Hey, say, hey, what's going on? Ooh, 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 yeah. 25 years of my life is still trying to get up that great big hill of hope for a destination.